Welcome to the Explainer. We are diving straight into a seriously dense wave of updates today from Google's March 2026 AI Roundup. Google just dropped a massive amount of news detailing how their artificial intelligence landscape is changing, and we're going to look at all of it through the lens of one massive, overarching theme. Today's journey is going to take us from macro shifts in everyday consumer tools all the way down into hardcore developer APIs and coding agents. I am so excited to walk you through this because the sheer scale of what's rolling out right now is going to fundamentally change how we interact with our devices.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to just imagine for a second. What if your AI actually stopped waiting for you to type a prompt? Imagine a world where it anticipates your needs across all your devices, instead of just sitting there, passively waiting for a specific command. That is the core question driving Google's latest updates. They are moving away from the idea of AI as a separate, reactive bot that you consult and moving toward AI as a deeply integrated layer of your digital life. It's a complete shift in how we think about human-computer interaction.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the proactive AI shift, move into conversational maps navigation, then directing AI music generation, check out Antigravity and vibe coding, and wrap it all up with a developer action plan.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the proactive AI shift. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what's happening. The big story coming out of March is that Gemini is being pushed much deeper into the product stack. The ultimate goal here is context awareness. We're moving away from the old way of interacting with AI, those reactive chatbots where you open an app, type a prompt, and get a totally isolated session. We are moving toward proactive assistance with cross-device context. Google is calling this the personal intelligence expansion. Basically, Gemini is now securely connecting signals across apps like Workspace, which includes Docs, Sheets, and Slides, as well as Gmail and Photos. So whether it's building a travel itinerary from your emails or helping with complex data analysis in Sheets, the AI actually knows your context and anticipates your needs. Now, you might be thinking, hey, I'm already heavily invested in another AI assistant. Moving to a new ecosystem sounds like a nightmare. Well, Google knows this, so they've introduced a seamless migration tool. You can now import your chat history, memory, and preferences from other AI applications directly into Gemini. The goal here is to completely remove the friction of switching. You don't have to start from scratch and reteach a new assistant all your personal quirks. Your context just comes right with you.
Moving right along to Section 2, conversational maps navigation.
Understanding how context changes a product is best seen in something we use literally every single day. Imagine asking your map, where can I charge my phone without a long wait for coffee? If you type that into a traditional search bar, it would have absolutely no idea what to do with it. But with the new Ask Maps conversational AI experience, you don't need those rigid search terms anymore. You can speak to it in complex, natural language while you're driving, and it understands the nuance of what you actually need right in that moment.
And it's not just conversational routing. Ask Maps can actually book reservations for you while you are on the go. Plus, drivers are getting immersive navigation, which uses real-world imagery and natural direction routing to simplify the drive and reduce stress. Quick side note for the developers tuning in. It's worth noting that the sources indicate this is primarily a product layer enhancement utilizing Gemini, rather than a direct change to the Maps API surface itself.
Let's transition from everyday utility to creative empowerment with Section 3, directing AI music generation. Now, what's really interesting about this is that Google's updated music model hits a magic number for practical use, 3. Lyria 3 Pro can now generate high-quality tracks up to 3 full minutes long. Guys, this is a massive material improvement. Short audio clips are great for tech demos, sure, but if you want to create anything resembling a complete track, you need length, and 3 minutes firmly crosses that threshold into genuine utility. But it's not just about length, it is all about control. Lyria 3 Pro provides granular control over structural elements. You can specifically direct intros, verses, and bridges. This solves a massive, long-standing problem in AI audio. You know how generators used to produce output that sounded okay tonally but was structurally just formless? Well, now creators have actual structural direction. And the best part? Lyria and Lyria 3 are currently in public preview for developers through the Gemini API and Google AI Studio.
Let's zoom all the way into the developer ecosystem for Section 4, Antigravity and vibe coding.
Google is fundamentally rethinking how applications are built from the ground up inside Google AI Studio. Have you heard the term vibe coding? That is Google's framing for this new experience. It's basically the feeling of building complex applications simply by talking about them. You describe an app in natural language, and the new Antigravity coding agent generates production-ready code. It makes the process of building an app feel as easy as just describing your idea out loud.
So, the crucial point is how this actually works under the hood. The Antigravity agent has a build mode that natively supports creating multiplayer experiences and connecting to databases and real-world services. It also features project continuity. That means the agent maintains state across your sessions. You can stop, take a break, and pick right back up without having to re-explain the whole context. It securely stores your API keys at the platform level so they aren't dangerously embedded in your generated code. And finally, it has a deep, project-level understanding of your entire structure, which results in much faster iterations and way more precise code edits.
Finally, wrapping things up with Section 5, the Developer Action Plan. Let's move to and see how this builds into a practical 3-step action plan to apply these updates right now. Step 1. If music generation is anywhere on your roadmap, go test the Lyria and Lyria 3 public preview via the Gemini API right now. Step 2. Evaluate Antigravity's build mode in Google AI Studio. This is especially important if you're prototyping apps that need database connections, the secure key storage and project context solve major pain points. Step 3. Keep a very close eye on the Gemini API changelog. Those context-aware features we saw rolled out to consumers, they are upstream of the API, so definitely watch for new context-related parameters landing soon.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer, but before we go, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. How will your daily routine actually change when AI has total project-level understanding of your entire digital life? We are witnessing a profound shift right now. We're moving away from reactive tools that just sit there waiting for our instructions toward proactive, context-aware collaborators that understand our needs before we even articulate them. It is an absolutely fascinating time to be building and creating. Keep experimenting, keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.